Have you ever found yourself repeating the same patterns in life? Whether it's in your relationships, career choices, or emotional responses, despite your best efforts to change? If so, you're not alone. Many people wonder why certain habits and tendencies seem to control their lives, even when they're consciously trying to make different choices. This, according to Carl Jung, is the result of unconscious forces at play. Jung famously said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you'll call it fate." What if much of what we experience as fate isn't some mysterious force beyond our control, but the manifestation of unexamined parts of ourselves, the unconscious mind, shaping our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors? In this video, we will dive into Jung's idea that only by bringing the unconscious into our awareness can we begin to take control of our lives, break free from repetitive patterns, and truly understand the role fate plays in shaping our journeys. So, let's begin by exploring what Carl Jung meant by the unconscious mind, how it influences our lives, and the transformative power of making it conscious. Before we dive deeper into Carl Jung's fascinating exploration of the unconscious mind, let me take a moment to welcome you to the unfolding journey. This channel is dedicated to exploring the timeless wisdom of psychology, philosophy, and self-awareness to help you understand the mysteries of the mind and the nature of human experience. Whether you're interested in Jungian psychology, the intersection of consciousness and behavior, or how ancient wisdom can shape modern life, you're in the right place. If you're ready to embark on this journey with us, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video. We're thrilled to have you here and look forward to exploring the depths of the human mind together. Now, let's return to Jung's powerful assertion about the unconscious mind and its impact on our lives. Jung's unconscious mind, the hidden forces that shape our lives. Carl Jung, one of the founding figures of modern psychology, offered profound insights into the nature of the human psyche. Unlike Freud, who focused primarily on the biological and sexual drives of the unconscious, Jung introduced the concept of the collective unconscious, a deeper layer of unconscious mind shared by all humans, containing universal archetypes and symbols. But at the core of Jung's ideas about the unconscious is his assertion that much of our behavior, thoughts, and experiences are influenced by forces we are unaware of. Jung believed that the unconscious mind is not simply a repository for repressed memories or desires, but an active part of our psyche that exerts considerable influence over our lives. These unconscious forces manifest in various ways, through dreams, slip-ups, creative expression, and even physical symptoms, but they remain outside our conscious awareness until we bring them into the light. It's this lack of awareness that Jung points to when he says, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you'll call it fate." This statement holds deep implications for how we understand our actions, our reactions, and the paths we take in life. When we fail to explore our unconscious mind, we are, in essence, living on autopilot, reacting to situations based on deeply ingrained patterns that we may not even realize are driving us. In doing so, we often find ourselves trapped in cycles that seem inevitable, what we may call fate. The nature of fate, is it really out of our control? The idea of fate is a concept that has fascinated humanity for centuries. Many of us have pondered the idea that our lives are somehow preordained or controlled by forces beyond our control. Whether it's an unexplainable series of events or an unshakable sense of destiny, fate feels like something that is thrust upon us. However, Jung invites us to consider that what we perceive as fate may actually be the result of unconscious forces guiding our decisions. When we say, "This always happens to me," or "I can't escape this pattern," we may be unknowingly projecting our own unresolved inner conflicts, fears, and desires onto the world around us. These unconscious forces can steer us toward situations, people, and experiences that reflect these unresolved aspects of ourselves. For example, if someone has unresolved feelings of inadequacy or self-worth, perhaps from childhood or past relationships, their unconscious mind may direct them toward situations where they're repeatedly put in positions that reinforce this feeling. Over time, they may come to view these recurring patterns as their fate, thinking that they are doomed to experience these hardships without understanding that they are the result of deep, unconscious beliefs that have not been explored or addressed. The notion of fate, then, is not as deterministic as it may seem. It's not something that is imposed on us from the outside. Instead, it is something we create through the unconscious mind's tendency to reproduce unresolved emotional issues. And if we continue to live unaware of this process, we remain at the mercy of these patterns, believing we are fated to repeat them indefinitely. Bringing the unconscious into awareness, a path to freedom. Jung's assertion that making the unconscious conscious is key to breaking free from the patterns of fate highlights the transformative power of self-awareness. In his work, Jung emphasized the importance of individuation, the process of integrating the unconscious into conscious awareness, thereby achieving a sense of wholeness and self-actualization. Individuation is not about eliminating or repressing the unconscious, but about understanding and integrating it into our conscious lives. By recognizing and examining the unconscious influences that shape our thoughts, behaviors, and experiences, we can begin to understand why we do the things we do and, more importantly, gain control over them. For example, if someone experiences persistent feelings of fear or anxiety whenever they face new challenges, bringing these emotions into awareness can reveal their origins, perhaps an unconscious fear of failure, a fear rooted in past experiences, or a learned pattern from childhood. By making these unconscious fears conscious, the individual can then confront them, work through them, and choose to respond to challenges in healthier, more empowered ways. Through practices like meditation, dream analysis, journaling, and self-reflection, we can begin to shine a light on the unconscious patterns that govern our lives. In doing so, we gain the power to break free from the chains of fate and create a life that is more aligned with our authentic selves. The role of the shadow in Jungian psychology. A central component of Jung's theory of the unconscious is the shadow, the part of our psyche that contains all the traits, impulses, and desires that we reject or deny about ourselves. The shadow is not inherently negative. Rather, it encompasses everything that does not fit within our conscious identity or self-image. These aspects of ourselves are often suppressed or ignored, yet they remain active and influence our behavior in ways we may not fully understand. Jung believed that the shadow plays a significant role in directing our lives, particularly when we fail to confront it. For instance, someone who prides themselves on being perfect or is always in control may have a shadow that contains repressed anger, insecurity, or vulnerability. Until these aspects are recognized and integrated, they can manifest in unexpected ways through outbursts of anger, passive-aggressive behavior, or chronic stress. By becoming aware of our shadow, we take the first step toward integrating it into our conscious experience. This doesn't mean we condone negative behaviors or traits, but rather that we acknowledge them as part of our whole self. When we embrace the shadow, we free ourselves from its unconscious influence and are no longer at the mercy of its hidden power. Meditation and self-reflection, tools for bringing the unconscious to light. So, how can we bring the unconscious into conscious awareness? There are several tools and practices that can help us navigate the depths of our minds and confront the unconscious forces at play. Meditation. Meditation is one of the most effective ways to quiet the mind and allow unconscious material to surface. In moments of stillness, we can observe our thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensations without judgment, allowing us to become more attuned to the hidden parts of our psyche. Over time, meditation can help us detach from automatic reactions and gain insight into the underlying forces driving them. Dream analysis. Jung believed that dreams are a direct gateway to the unconscious mind. By paying attention to recurring symbols, themes, and emotions in our dreams, we can uncover unconscious material that influences our waking lives. Writing down and analyzing our dreams can help us decode the messages of the unconscious and bring them into our conscious awareness. Journaling. Writing about our thoughts and feelings can also reveal patterns and unconscious beliefs that we might not recognize in the moment. By looking back at our journals, we can see recurring themes or unresolved issues that have been influencing our behavior. Therapy and shadow work. Engaging in therapy or shadow work can provide an external perspective and support in uncovering unconscious material. A therapist or guide can help us explore aspects of ourselves that we may have difficulty seeing on our own. In the end, Jung's insight that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate offers us a powerful invitation to look within. By acknowledging and integrating the unconscious, we gain the power to shape our own lives rather than feeling like helpless victims of fate. The process of becoming aware of our unconscious drives, our fears, desires, and unresolved conflicts can liberate us, allowing us to move beyond the repetitive cycles of the past and into a more authentic and empowered future. Thank you for joining us on this deep exploration of the unconscious mind. If you found this video insightful and want to continue diving into topics of psychology, philosophy, and personal growth, make sure to subscribe to The Unfolding Journey. We have much more to explore together. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and join the journey.